So it's interesting, because we talked about brand building a lot from the advertiser's perspective yesterday and a lot from the agency's perspective. We didn't hear too much from the media company's perspective. And the one media company that we had speaking from Bing talked about using online media to launch the Bing brand. So it's important that we hear the other piece of the puzzle, the perspective from the media owners and the media sellers about how we think that advertisers and agencies can best take advantage of digital opportunities to build their brands online. So a quick recap of the big brand theory, just to kind of set the table again. People forgot. Kind of three basic organizing principles. One, the digital universe is constantly expanding. And if you look at Ad Age this week, you'll see all sorts of different examples of what's going on in the digital universe. I mean, every week there's a new thing going on, whether it's Facebook facing some stiff privacy challenges, whether it's Danone launching a blog criticizing itself so that it can kind of offset some of the criticism it's getting from microbloggers. You just read any issue of Ad Age and you just see how can marketers possibly keep pace with all of this. So point one, constantly expanding. Point two is the digital universe is confusing. It's threatening to many people as marketers. And because of those two things, the growth that we want is constrained. So we need to address that. That really leads to point three, which is the shortest path to the biggest pot of gold is going to be some organizing principles for all of us to put in place proactively so that we can help advertisers and brands fully utilize the web and other digital content to achieve their branding and their sales objectives. So if we can do that, we have solved the big brand theory. And our very audacious goal for the rest of the day today is lay down the basic tenets of the big brand theory as a reminder so that we can write a white paper that we can circulate out to participants and then the market at large. So we do have a pretty audacious goal here. Let me quickly introduce the panelists here. It's a great panel. All three of them are golfers. We got to spend some time yesterday. So we have David Fenn, who's National Sales Director for Yelp, Rich Calacci, who's Senior Vice President, CBS Interactive, and John Su, who is CEO of 24/7 Real Media. And it's a good cross-section of the media owner, media seller market. We have a kind of a search and review site, up and coming, growing very quickly, a traditional multimedia
premium content publisher.
Premium content, took the words right out of my mouth. Premium content publisher, one of the premier sports properties, online, offline, but much more than that. And then 24/7, one of the oldest and most technically advanced ad networks. Really interesting cross-section of folks. So I think we're going to hear some good stuff here. Quick show of hands. Who was online this morning? And did something, then checked email? Who actually logged on the web? What was the favorite ad? What was your favorite banner ad? No? All right, so that's an issue, right? And that's kind of one of the bigger issues that we're facing here. I think Kirsten yesterday from Bing summed it up great. She called it banner blindness. How do we solve banner blindness? Consumers can't remember our ads, then it's tough to think of the web as a really vibrant advertising channel. Clearly, we're starting to get over, or that hasn't limited the space from growing, but I think it will in the future. So we want to solve that question. To get at that, I'm going to ask some questions of the panelists, and I'm going to incorporate some of the questions that the different participants emailed in or tweeted in yesterday, and by the end, I think we'll have a real good understanding of, from a media seller's perspective, what the big brand theory represents for us.